Aaron Van Berry would like to nod towards her and my condolences as he walks by.
Van's just gonna walk by and stare.
Before I go in, I just want to ask her a question. Did you have a special relationship with her? Why aren't the other council here?
Me and Inding were working for better living conditions for the Pioneer Ward. We were both very passionate, and now she is gone, so I must do on my own.
Do you think there was a specific reason why they targeted her versus people of the council?
I don't know, but that is for you to find out.
If I find out, I'll be sure to let you know.
She just nods her head at you.
I'm standing with Thwish right now, and then right before I walk in, I'd also like to ask her. Oh shoot! I forgot my question.
Be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Claus, I hope we get to the bottom of this for sure. Oh, okay. I got it. Mrs. Claus, I was gonna ask you a question, and then it slipped my mind, but now it's there again. Like, you know how it is sometimes.
Did you forget?
Again,
you got it. You still got it. It's in there.
Okay. What? Do you have any leads on?
Yeah.
on the crime scene?
Amazing.
Have you heard of any? What, like, do you know at all, possibly, what they might look like, or has there been any rumors around?
We have no idea.
Nothing.
But rumor is, wherever there's murder, the Thieves Guild isn't far behind.
Oh, right.
Ooh.
Xavier, accent reminds me of Edna.
Of who?
Edna Mode from The Incredibles.
I got
Lady who makes the super food. Why are you talking?
Yeah.
Now I just picture this tabaxi, super short
Oh,
and constantly talking about all of the different things that you can't do because you're not a superpower person.
Yeah, that's it.
True.
That's it.
Amazing.
So do you all enter the building?
We enter. I enter for sure.
Yeah.
This is one of those situations where the DM comes up with a name and doesn't realize that when you put a Mrs. in front of it, it just turns into Miss Santa Claus. So
Miss
that's great.
Mrs. Claus.
So you all enter the building. This building is a stone building. You see, as you enter, there's a lavish rug at your feet. It's very fine fur. On the right-hand side, you see this long wooden table that looks like it seats about 8 people, and it's made of what looks to be a red oak. In front of that, along that wall, is a large fireplace, and beside that is a cabinet, although from where you are, you don't know what's in it. Across from you looks to be a large kitchen with paintings prominently displayed on the wall leading up to the kitchen doorway. And on your left, you're looking into a large library-like room. Also, across on the right-hand side, past the table, you see a spiral staircase leading up to the second floor.
Tenebris says the party. The councilwoman's on the second floor.
Is there an office anywhere that I can see on the first floor?
No office, but there does look like there's like a table in the library.
With papers on it, or no?
Yeah, I guess you'd be able to see a couple books on the library table from where you're standing looking through the doorway.
Can I quickly go look at them?
Yep. So you walk up, and as you enter the library, you see 4 large bookcases, 2 on this wall, 2 on the back wall. So you're entering this way. It's 2 here, 2 there. Then there's a table on the right-hand side and another doorway exiting back into a hallway on that side.
Okay.
Are you investigating the reading table?
Yeah.
So you can roll an investigation check.
18.
Okay. So the first thing you notice on the table is a book that is about the gods of Vydia. And the title is simple. It says, Gods of Vydia.
Love it.
That's like kind of on the upper end. Pulled closer to the chair of the table, you see another book, and it's very familiar to you, Thwish. You realize that it looks almost identical to the research book you read on Oddmus in the Candlekeep Library, but like a copy of it. The cover is the same, and like based on the size, it looks very similar to the book that you had read.
Am I able to take both those books?
So this is the one thing. There are a couple guards that entered the building with you. As you walk over to the table, one of them breaks off from the group, and he's standing there with you. And as you go to pick up the books, he says, "You're not allowed to keep anything."
Okay. Can I take the book that is the copy and bring it out to Mrs. Claus?
Sure.
And I just want to approach her and say, is it all right if I take this book? I can bring it back if you please. But I found a book identical to this one in Candlekeep, which typically all books are one of a kind. And I would like to go there and investigate this.
Just quickly, Thwish, remember you can pay to have a copy of a book made.
Oh, so it's just a copy. It's not
it's not the official one. It's a copy.
Okay.
It looks like she had it copied at the House of Binding.
The House of Binding. Oh, okay. Then never mind. Ignore all that. I'll just leave it there. If I look at it.
Yeah, no problem. I just to mechanically remind you how that worked, just as your character would know.
Yeah.
So it looks like she had a copy of this book made.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just put that back. But it's interesting as to why she'd have it.
Sure. What is everyone else up to? Who else wants to look at some stuff?
Aaron is just standing by the door. He doesn't feel very keen about looking at another dead body with all the dead bodies that they've seen for a couple days.
Sure.
Vine wants to look around. He's curious. I wonder if he any of his instincts from being in the jungle would lead him to look for something like tracks or a sign of struggle.
Was that a lore drop on Vine's backstory?
Vine, you can roll a survival check to see if you notice any tracks, and if you're proficient in survival, Tenebris, you can help him look as you look at the ground.
I am proficient, so you get to roll with advantage.
Nice.
What's your bonus?
+3.
Oh. I have +6. Oh well.
All right. 15 first on the first time. Whew, we gonna go with that 15 because
definitely going not within that one. So as you're looking for tracks on the floor, you know the floor is pretty worn. It seems like this person maybe had a lot of dinner parties. There's scuffs along the floor where the tables and chairs are, where things have been moved around. But you do notice some very faint specks of blood on the floor near that cabinet that is in the back corner of the kind of living area. No signs of struggle, but some blood droplets kind of along the floor.
Can I follow them?
Yep.
Vine.
Vine will look up at Ben.
Vine, you need to walk very carefully. This is a crime scene. This is a murder scene.
Vine will go, murder scene?
Murder scene. Murder.
Okay. Murder scene.
Murder scene.
Is there a bird in the window that's just like, this is how it went down?
No. There's no bird. So Vine, do you follow the blood trail?
I do.
Okay. Tenebris, I'm assuming you're following it with him since you were both looking together.
My sorry to cut in. My Mac's about to die. I'm just gonna grab my cord. Also, Nova's just gonna fly outside and sit on top of the house and keep watch if anybody is coming while I go get the Mac.
Sounds good.
Very nice.
So Tenebris and Vine, you end up in front of this cabinet that has a lot of really fancy alcohol inside of it. There's 4 shelves. Each shelf has identical bottles on it. So the top shelf has all the same, the second shelf is all the same, like a different variety, but the ones on the shelf are all the same as each other. There's about 4 bottles on each shelf. The third shelf down, and you do notice that all the bottles are full, except one on the third shelf, which is half empty. But instead of 4 bottles on that shelf, there are only 3. One is half empty, and there's a missing bottle from that shelf. There are no empty bottles in the cabinet. All of the other ones are full, other than the one that looks like someone had been drinking out of it for however long. These bottles are a very fine crystal, the ones that are on that third shelf, and they're all filled with a light blue liquid. The spot where the bottle is missing, I need you guys to make an investigation check to see what you see. And I'll let you work together on this since
Can
you
I
are there.
give him? Wait, no. Investigation check. I'm not proficient in investigation, so I can't tell.
Okay, so one of you can roll then. That's fine.
Well, I'm proficient. Tenebris, I could give him advantage, but we could do it the roleplayish way.
Yeah, since
you
I
can
was
roll
already
it.
looking, kind of in leading, then I will roll, and I'll just try to go with advantage.
Tenebris will say, perhaps right there, and he like points like towards the balls, and he's just like, perhaps right there. You might want to check that.
14 the first time.
You're rolling insight. I don't know if you have an investigation modifier.
I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. I meant
So
to
we'll
do the other one.
just add the modifier to whatever you rolled. So what?
It was a -1, so 13 on the other one.
Okay. So with a 13, you do notice that that spot doesn't have any dust on it. No dust has accumulated, and there is like a couple specks of blood where the bottle would have been. That's all you really see.
Can I roll a medicine? Well, not med. Well, can I roll a survival check to like determine like is there anything else like about that? Which would it be? Would it be a medicine check or a survival check?
You can't roll. I'm not gonna let you roll anything else on that because nothing would be different enough from the investigation check.
Okay.
Vine is going to look around the room and see if the blood trail goes backwards.
Yeah.
The blood trail leads up to the stairwell, the spiral staircase. And is anybody else looking around at anything else in the house while he's doing this? Sam?
I feel like Aaron Vanberry, seeing everyone investigating things. He's going to look down at the bottom of the door, like around the windows, see if there's any evidence of maybe people breaking in or access points.
Sure. Roll investigation.
This is when the investigation score is good. Got a 17.
It does not appear like any of the windows or doors were forced open on this floor. As you go around checking them all, they all have these lavish curtains in front of them. There's nothing amiss with the curtains or the windows, and most of them are locked. Cain, you look like you were gonna say something as well.
Oh, I was gonna say, Ben, let's go check the body.
Yeah, I'm going with them after the check.
And Vine is walking direction of the blood anyway, so.
Hey, DM. Tenebris would also like to go with Vine, but he'd like to tell the group, we found a trail of blood. There could be trouble. He'd also like to say to the guard, you think you could go with us in case there's multiple people?
The guards are following you everywhere.
Okay.
They're keeping a very close eye to make sure you guys don't take anything from the house. So Cain, you called Uaighe first, so the two of you can go up the staircase first. And then
Let's go.
Tenebris and Vine will follow with whoever else.
And then me.
We'll say
Yeah.
Aaron and Nova are probably last. If Nova, are you still on the roof? Are you still on the roof? Tonight? Okay. So I'll get to you in a minute with things that you might see. And then Aaron, you'll follow up last since you were checking all the windows.
She's doing the whole owl head thing. She's looking forward, looking all the way back.
Okay, so as you guys come up the spiral staircase,
Who, Cain and I?
the building. Yep.
Okay.
And everyone else, whoever else behind you. There's a half wall on the left, kind of separating the spiral staircase from the rest of the room.
Okay.
You enter into this large living area. There's a small table directly in front of you with a chair on either side, except the table is broken in half down the middle with a body lying across like the broken table, like someone had collapsed onto it. On past that table on the other wall, there's two bookshelves. And in the corner of the room, beside those bookshelves, there's the body of what you assume to be the councilwoman by her robes, kind of slumped in the corner.
So there's two dead bodies.
There is one more. As you enter the room, on the far left-hand side, so the other side, you see a small desk with a chair in front of it. And you also see a body lying face down, facing a window with shattered glass. So the window was shattered and there's glass kind of around where that body is lying face down. You also see some art on the walls and like another room, a door to another room on the other side.
For once, Aaron is not going to be interested in the art.
You're at the very end, so you're
I'm
not
at the
up there
very
yet.
end, so I
The
can't do
first,
anything.
the first two to come up are Cain and Uaighe, so they'll get first go at what they want to look at from this room.
Let's see the councilwoman.
Audia Almighty. This poor woman.
So yeah, the two of you make your way over to the corner where the councilwoman is kind of just slumped, and you do see the sigil carved in her head. She's very fine robes on.
Okie dokie.
She just on the floor?
Yep, she's just slumped on the floor in the corner.
Poor thing. Can I investigate the body, please, for anything? / I will also use my mortician's feature for time of death, cause of death.
Okay. So on top of
Yeah, I just wanted to add, because I already told her about the cut in the neck and the other cut. I just wanted to add that she would already know about that.
yeah,
Yep.
Neck and what?
Cut
there was
around the
no
neck.
cut on the neck. There was a cut
okay.
on the bottom.
I'm
right
still
side.
gonna check it out because I'm a mortician and it's what I do.
But like I said, I'm gonna factor that into your checks when you make your checks because you already know this is there. So with your mortician's feature, I'm also gonna have you make a medicine check as you investigate the body.
Yeah. sorry.
With advantage. Since I
Yeah, because I have my assistant.
Yeah, assistant.
Assistant.
You're
Holy
hungover
ugh.
assistant.
Yeah.
Baguette.
Do we get disadvantage because he's hungover?
Luckily not. He had those
Thank
4
God.
eggs and several sausages perked him up.
Woo! Sorry, go ahead.
So medicine check with advantage, please.
Oh, sorry. God, that dice is really slow.
17.
And 17.
17. Okay. So first off, with your mortician's feature,
Mhm.
as you begin examining the body and its state of decay, you realize it didn't die last night, but the night before.
Ha ha ha.
Not last night while you guys were in the tavern. The night before that, and very early in the morning, like maybe 2 or 3 a.m.
And cause of death, please?
As you examine the body with your medicine check, you don't see any wounds severe enough to kill a person, not even the carving in her head. As you investigate the cuts that Tenebris told you about, you see that it was made by a thin dagger. It pierced through the fabric, and as you're investigating that cut, you see the blood is coagulated in a very strange way around it. And on the edges of that fabric, you find a very odd brown liquid kind of sticking around the edges. Further, with your medicine check, it seems like she may have died of some kind of toxin or poison, although you're not able to determine what kind just from examining the body itself.
Okay. I just want to remind you, because I'm not sure if you remember or if I explained this well enough, my mortician's feature also tells me cause of death.
The cause of death is some type of poison or toxin that you cannot identify.
Perfect, thank you.
Based on the injury she has and the way the body looks, and that the weird coagulation of blood around the stab wound, and then you notice that strange brown liquid. And Cain, you guys are looking at it together, so you notice these things as well.
Okay. Quick, Cain, get me a jar.
I have one of these files here.
Can I have it? Does it have a cork?
Yeah.
A stopper?
Yeah, it's for potions. Here, take
All
it.
right.
Let's take some of that brown liquid.
The goo.
You said stopper, and my mind went to Starbucks. We're out of stoppers right now.
You work too much, sir.
I turned to one of the guards. Can we take some of that brown liquid from her body?
That's fine if it'll help with the investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm an alchemist. I can check it out.
Perfect. I will take out my surgeon's tools just because I don't want to touch it with my hands, obviously. And I will use something from my surgeon's toolkit because, to be honest, I don't actually know what's in it. So I'll use something from my surgeon's toolkit to kind of scrape some of the goo into the container and then cork it.
Okay. I'm going to cut quickly to Nova on the roof.
Awesome.
So Nova, as you're sitting on the roof, kind of looking around the district, you did see claws or Mrs. Claus
Hmm.
leave. So she started walking down the street, just leaving the site for you guys investigating. And as you're examining, just kind of keeping a watch out, you notice that the building across the street from this one has a very small balcony. And the door to that balcony is kind of ajar and moving in the wind a little bit, kind of creaking and swaying.
Interesting.
The plot
Um,
thickens.
Very interesting. Could I also do a perception check? Well, I won't ask to do a perception check, but I would also like to look around and see if I see anybody possibly in black cloaks or anyone who looks like they might have been working with Libre amongst the crowd. And I would like to use my guidance to add that to a perception check if I had to do it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check with
With
guidance.
additional guidance?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Isn't that magic?
She can use it if she wants to.
Oh, shoot, it is magic too.
No, metagaming! You were already gonna do it.
I was gonna do it. Okay.
You gotta just do it.
Yeah.
I do. Okay. Where's my?
Bye, Nova. Just nice to see you. Enjoy your time in jail.
No one's gonna see me. Okay. I'm just like
You're just
I'm
on
up
top
on
of
a roof.
just on top of the roof.
Where's my dice? Okay, there's a dice. So I'm gonna roll a d4, and I'm gonna try to be quiet about it. You know.
I'm also
Ooh.
gonna need you to make a sleight of hand check.
Ooh.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, I added 4 to my perception, and then my sleight of hand. I'm gonna roll my sleight of hand now. I got a 12 sleight of hand,
Okay, and roll your perception as well.
and my perception is +5, then plus another. I got a 24. It says 20, but +4 for my guidance. So
Yay.
I'm looking for possibly Galibre people. Yeah.
I need to make a roll quickly.
Glee Club
Okay.
people. We're looking for Glee Club people. People in the Glee Club.
Anybody in the Glee Club?
All right. So, as you cast your guidance and look around, you don't see anyone in black cloaks. You do notice that door open to the house, and with your super high perception roll, you see a couple of guards staring at you in fear as you move your hands around and say some words. One of them draws a short bow and he says, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Hey, sir, I am in the process of investigating the counselor's dead body up here. Okay?
There's no spell casting in the city.
No need for concern. I was only praying to the gods.
So you need to cast a spell to pray, and you see him shakily knocking an arrow on his short bow.
Okay.
What are these guys' problems?
Apparently, the same problem Aaron has.
How do you know that I was casting a spell? Really, I know that I was making these hand gestures, but these hand gestures are really the way in which I practice my faith to Eudice and to the gods of creation. That's it. No spells here.
Roll a deception check.
Come on, deception.
Oh,
Yay, lying.
Face. It's as plain as the scar on his face. And I've had
14.
too much coffee.
I hope it's higher.
The guard is looking at you shakily, and he goes, I don't know if I believe you, but don't ever do that again. You
No
do that
worries,
again, and
guys.
someone might kill you.
Oh, well, we wouldn't want that now, would we? Or else the crime would never be solved.
Because we don't know if you're casting a fireball up there, or if you're praying to your god, so keep any of that hand stuff to yourself.
Will do, don't you worry. And then I'm just gonna say to the guards as well, I'm just gonna fly over to this other balcony. I see that there might be, there's some interesting things going on across the way. And then I'm just gonna fly over there. I hope he doesn't mind.
He's keeping a very, very close eye on you, and he has not sheathed his bow with the arrow.
Nah, he
Okay.
shoots you out of the air.
Yeah,
You fall down dead, and it's just like chicken tonight, boys.
And with that, as you land on that balcony, we're gonna cut back to the group inside.
Now, have I walked in at this?
Yeah, everyone's upstairs now.
Okay,
Who wanted to be upstairs?
You said there was one guy with his head down, facing a broken window.
Yep.
So I want to go up to that body specifically, and I kind of want to see what is under his head. If there's any like papers, books, something that he was like sitting there for?
He's like laying down, like sprawled out on the floor.
On the floor.
With-
Okay.
almost like he had collapsed face down,
Gotcha. Okay,
facing the window.
then I'll look out the window because it seems like the glass broke. So I'm assuming that the assailants came from there. So I want to see what is out there. There might be witnesses across the way.
As you glance out the window, you see Nova standing on a small balcony on the house across from this window. The balcony is pretty much directly across from the window you're looking out from.
Do I notice her see me? If I do,
Pardon?
I'm just gonna wave.
Well, I'm gonna yell at you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, Nova, can you come get me? I think there might be a reason. I think the assailants might have came through this window, and I want to see what's on the other side.
I'm thinking, the door's open over here. Yeah, sure. I'll come get you.
Can Tenebris
I'm
say
gonna look down
something?
at the guards. Hey, guards. I just have to grab my friend. One moment. Don't worry. Don't shoot your arrows. Yes, Tenebris?
Oh, he just wanted to say to Thwish, I don't think we should be splitting up.
I just want to go see if the potential witness is on the other side. We'll be right back.
She's gonna zoom, grab Thwish, zoom, grab, come back.
All right. As you two land on that balcony across from there, we will come back to you shortly. Okay, left in this room, we have Vine, Cainoik. Just clumping you two together since you're working on medicine stuff. Cainoik, Tenebris, and Aaron. So, who else is Who wants to check something else?
Vine
next?
would like to, because he's still following the trail of blood. Where does that lead?
It leads to the body of the guard falling across the broken table.
Falling across the broken table. Does he? Can I investigate the body?
Sure. Are you like making a? Do you want to make a medicine check or an investigation check?
It's just an investigation check.
Okay, so if you're just investigating, you roll an investigation check. Sorry. Oh, swearing. My bad. Rose.
Yeah.
The wall behind my computer is like covered in small bugs.
Do you want me to I'm coming in with my spatula.
I'm gonna close. I'm gonna close the office window because I think they're flying through the screen.
Ooh.
Love that.
Infestation.
I think they're flying through the screen.
The bugs coming
love
in.
For my-
in
Are
the
they?
office.
What kind of bugs are they?
They look like not. Yeah,
Are they-
midges. That's fine. I'll clean the wall after.
Are they beetles?
Beetles.
An actual
Can't hear a
spatula.
thing.
He said we live in a really old apartment, and this is my bug-killing spatula.
We live in an apartment.
You should just get like a fly swatter.
We should get a
More
fly
venues.
swatter.
What you guys should do is go to like any retail store, find a spray bottle, and fill that with something like bleach or Tide or something like that. Put it on the widest setting and just mist. It'll kill everything. They can't escape.
That's a good point.
You can also
Alright,
just fill it with
take-
cayenne
yeah.
pepper spray. Like just put like cayenne pepper in there and like a bunch of water. And
That would work too.
+2 to spatula.
Magic item.
We love you. Good job.
+2 spatula.
That's
That's awesome.
fantastic.
Wait, where did they say that? I don't see that.
Look
In
at
It's
all
in the
those
chat. It's in the chat.
chickens. Look at all those chickens.
Oh, you finally found that.
All
Nice to
right.
know. My
So
work does
good.
not go unnoticed.
Anyway, so what's your investigation check, Vine?
Let me see here. I guess I'm just investigating on my own here. Hope this is good roll.
That was
11.
Okay. With the 11, you're able to follow the blood trail right up to a small pool of blood coming out of the underarm of this soldier. And you realize he is in full plate armor, but there appears to be some type of injury. You didn't roll medicine check on the body, so you followed the trail to a small pool of blood coming out of the shoulder that's kind of pooled across the broken table.
I kind of wanted to check his body for items, like for the missing bottle from downstairs.
Allow that to pass with your investigation check, but you do not see any alcohol bottle on him or near him.
Okay.
so.
All right, who's next?
I believe it's Tenebris.
Tempest would like to say to Vine, that's the same way the guard who died on the table. That's the same way the guard died. The other one who points to the guard that's in between the table. There seems to be a lot of things happening across the way. Think we should go there? He says that to Vine.
Vaughn is still pretty interested in investigating the room. Just by glancing around, can I tell if the glass broke into the room or out of the room?
You took You took it! No!
The glass broke into the room.
Nice.
I was waiting for that,
It's scattered all across the floor. So.
Fine! Now Aaron has nothing to do! Fine! I'm supposed to be the detective! I have nothing else but perception, investigation, and insight!
You didn't even let him read your lips? Oh.
No.
He's got the feet for it.
Oh, man.
I'm not allowed to do anything.
I'm sorry.
There is a whole another room you can look at, and there's the desk. There's other things you can investigate. But the glass did break inward. Tenebris, Aaron?
Aaron, seeing that the glass broke inwards, I'm guessing Vine pointed this out. Is that the case?
Sure, he will. I mean, you can. The way he's walking around, you can tell he's not really hiding what he's looking at. So you should be able to tell from the way that he's behaving that he's being very investigative. He's like, you know.
Aaron is full on prepared to like scratch a stubble on his chin, and then sees Vine doing it. He's like, well, I can't do this now. It's unoriginal towards an artist. I guess Aaron Van Berry is going to ignore the window for now. I'm going to investigate. Seeing the broken shards of glass across the floor, I'd like to see where they were dragged. Like, which direction are they going, or are they just scattered everywhere?
They're broken inward, and the guard lying face down in front of the window. Seems like you might be laying on some of them, and some of them are crushed, but they're just around that window. They're not really tracked anywhere.
So can I roll? I'd like to investigate to see if the guard smashed through the window. Like, if he was the object used to break the window inwards, if he's laying on top of the shards.
From outside, being broken inward? Sure.
Okay.
Which way is he facing on the table is my question.
I got an 18.
The guard doesn't have any injuries from glass. It appears like the glass broke, and then the guard fell on top of it.
Okay. And his feet are facing towards the window?
His head is facing towards the window.
Head's facing towards the window.
Yeah. And Tenebris, the guy on the table is facing this spiral staircase.
So, does the spiral staircase stop on this floor, or is there a floor above it?
It stops on this floor. To give you guys, I mean, I can hold up my map if you would like perspective. But spiral staircase, table.
Mm-hmm.
I have to cover some stuff down here, but just notes and stuff. Guard, window, and desk. Sorry, folks, I didn't have time to make a map for you guys, but I had time to make a grid for myself.
Is that map the one that's facing me? And Thwish?
This, you guys are not.
The window
yes,
is the one. Sorry,
that's the window that's facing you guys.
Okay, cool.
Gotcha.
It's so from where you are on the balcony, you can see through that window to the party investigating on the other side. Aaron, is there anything else you'd like to do on your kind of investigation turn here?
Yes, seeing the bodies aren't making much sense to Aaron. There's a person facing the staircase. The glass is broken inwards. A person laying on top of the glass, facing the window. What's going through Aaron's mind right now is that people broke in through the window and potentially escaped down the staircase, and that's why there's someone facing the staircase. Invaders came in through window. They were confronted. Invaders killed that person. Killed body. Well, why did they do that? They escaped down the staircase, and that's why there's a dead person facing. Like,
I'm gonna have you refrain from your thought process unless you're saying it to the whole party.
Aaron's going to be saying this to the whole party.
Sure.
But he's going to investigate the bedroom. I'm guessing Aaron assumes it's the bedroom. He's going to go into there and investigate and see if there's anything tossed around, anything placed, if things are messy or not. This seems like a very important
So as you
house.
enter the bedroom, immediately on the left, there's a small dresser. Across from that is a large bed with kind of lavish sheets and like a lavish duvet on top. It looks very cozy, very high end. And at the foot of that bed is a very nice rug, fur rug. On the other side, there's a small room that appears to be a bathroom and a massive walk-in closet. And before you roll investigation in here, I'm gonna jump to Cain and Uaighe on there. See what are you two doing?
Well, we just put the ooze into the vial. Cain, do you want to hold on to that, or do you want me to hold it?
Yeah, I'll take it. I'm gonna do some alchemy later, anyways. So.
All right.
Yeah, I'll put it in my bag.
That sounds very fancy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and separate the contents of that and see what it's made out of. Maybe it'll give us a clue as to what poison it was, and I'll ask around, or I'll get an expert to see what kind of poison it was, and maybe it'll lead us somewhere. But we'll see.
All right, that sounds like a great idea. I think I should really give this woman a blessing. I think that's what I need to do now. But then, do you want to look at another body?
Perhaps there seems to the party seems to be looking at outside the window. I might go there. So, are you okay here? Can I leave you?
I'm all good. You go do what you need to do.
Okay, I leave her and I walk over to the window, the broken window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uaighe, you're doing a prayer for the body?
Yes.
So what does this look like? Are you pulling out essence? Are you...
You're really gonna make me do it? All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rummage into my. Oh, don't ask me for a brief description, sir. This is going to be a detailed description or no description. There is no in between. Right. I'm gonna go into my bag and I'm going to retrieve the tinderbox, which is what holds my flint. Sure. And then I'm going to get out my censer, which is like I think incense, but I'm not really sure what it is, but I think it's like incense.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. And I'm going to light it. And let me just look up a censer for a moment. Because I'm not sure if it's like an incense stick or if it's like one of the like
really
swingy
sure.
things. No, it's a swingy thing! Alright. I'm going to put some things in it that I've got in my pack. And I'm going to light it on fire. Right? And I'm going to start swinging it back and forth.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, do I know this lady's name?
Claus called her Inding.
Inding?
Inding.
I-N-D-I-N-G?
Yep.
Alright. Lord Audia, please bless Inding into the afterlife.
Oh my goodness.
Take her. You know what? This is what you get when the DM says,
I'm like,
do your prayer.
goodness, bro. Like, seriously, wow.
I'm so sorry. Take her by the hand and bring her safely, the poor woman who has been murdered. Please, Lord Audia, save this woman from the immortal plane and please protect her from becoming undead. Lord Audia, bless over us all. Thank you.
All right. The guards are just kind of watching, like,
There we go.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that was a lot.
Cain?
Do I see Nova and carrying Thwish across to the balcony?
Yeah, you see her kind of land on the other balcony with Thwish.
How far? If I were to jump down, how far of a jump down is it?
Maybe 15 feet.
Is the window, is the breaking of the window small or is it big where I can?
Or the whole window is shattered out, so you could jump
okay.
through it.
I'll just jump through it.
Cool.
Is it okay if I follow him out? Because I was planning on heading to that
Sure.
Side anyways.
I'm actually. I don't think that's far enough to hurt you guys. So.
No, I think it's above 10 feet.
It might. Let me see. So yeah, it'd be 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
I was gonna walk
Okay.
down the steps. I wasn't.
You can
gonna
walk
jump.
down.
It felt disrespectful to just jump out the window. So.
Cain, are you doing anything to limit the damage of your fall?
I think I have slow fall, so I can reduce the damage, falling damage, up to 25.
Is that a spell or is that just a feature?
That is the monk's passive
It's-
skill.
It's a reaction, bro.
All right. So with your agileness, you land gracefully, do a little roll,
That's
land on
cool.
your feet. The guards look at you like,
Yeah.
seriously, man?
Use the stairs.
You gotta be cool.
And how far up? If I try and can I try and parkour up to the balcony, or like, is it like a house? Am I looking at, or like what
It's
am I
like,
looking at?
so imagine there's a front door to a house and the overhang, like over top of it, there's a balcony. So again, it's maybe 13, like 12, 13 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to
try
one
to
of the guards and
parkour up.
say, I'm gonna try and turn to one of the guards. Like, does anybody live in this house?
The guard looks at you and says, no, they moved out a couple months ago.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up and just try the front door and open it.
Okay, the front door is locked.
Okay. Let me try and parkour up to the balcony then.
Yeah.
Sure. Give me an acrobatics.
Parkour.
What would that be?
Parkour.
No,
No, that'd be athletics. I think,
Hardcore parkour.
for you to climb that.
all right.
So
17.
yeah, you get a little run and wall climb that like you're in Assassin's Creed up to the top of the balcony.
Parkour.
Tenebris,
I
you
just
go
need
down the stairs, and as you get there, you see Cain climb up.
Cute.
So
Tenebris just walks over to the guard. So, to be clear, I'm a shapeshifter. I can't shapeshift.
definitely no shapeshifting.
Very well then. So
Aaron calls
Tenebris,
from the bedroom. Even if it's a bear.
No shapeshifting.
so Tenebris just says thanks. Just wanted to make that clear. Tenebris walks over to the balcony and he asks Cain, "Could you help me up?"
Is it possible to reach down and grab his hand?
You have to jump.
He'd have to jump and grab your hand, and you'd have to be strong enough to pull him up.
Here, I have some rope. Let down
Hey,
some rope.
That is
You know what,
much
Cain?
simpler.
If you want, hold on. I'll just go grab him. 2 seconds.
I weigh 102 pounds. Like 107 pounds. Can you lift that?
I weigh 92 pounds.
She's
That makes
fine.
a difference.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
can definitely, if you'd like. Anyway, Tenebris. I bet you've probably dreamed
sure.
of flying, right?
Not really. Druids can fly. I mean, I don't know how to, but
Oh.
I
Just go get him and come back.
Grabs you, brings you back. You're all on the balcony.
Yep.
Are you guys gonna make your way in?
Yeah.
yeah.
Carefully.
I'm gonna
As
like
you all-
very stealthily walk in before any of them do. And
Sure.
then like just to see what is in the room. Or if anyone is in the room.
As I see her, never mind.
And
Okay.
Tenebris is going to ready in action to basically he's gonna put his hand basically on his scimitar sheath. He's gonna put his hand in the scimitar to basically whip out if something came. So he's just gonna do that.
I'm just
and-
gonna like kind of hold the dagger in one of my hands, like
Sure.
like stealthily walk in place.
As you push the door open, it opens easily. It was kind of swaying, and you see that the room, this upstairs room, there's no furniture in it, absent of furniture, and there's a thick layer of dust over the floor, except for some footprints that you see clearly marked along the dust that would have been heading towards the balcony.
Can I follow them like backwards to where they must have came from?
Yeah.
As
Me too.
I'm
like
going
once we're
as well.
inside, there's no guards, right?
No.
That can see us.
I'm gonna like motion like
Okay.
to look at like, for everyone else to look at the footprints, but like still be like just in case anyone else is there.
There's no guards that can see you.
Tenebris would like to
Um,
stealthily. Oh, sorry.
Cain, you're gonna see Cain do some hand gestures, and he's gonna mutter under his breath. He's gonna mutter,
Fireball jutsu.
pass, and I'm gonna cast pass without a trace on everyone.
Nice.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check, please.
Tenebris denied.
There's no guards.
Yeah, but there might be like warding.
Yo,
man.
I
Roll a
love
sleight of
how
hand check, please.
Aaron
A
and
little bird just flies up to the window and it's like,
So this is how it went down.
5?
DM,
Can I
Tenebris.
help him?
Can I help him?
Well, I have sleight of hand. Can I
Guys,
help him?
Tenebris is trying to
Okay.
say something.
Everyone stop for a sec. We gotta go.
Shush.
I know we're not in combat, but we still have to go one at a time, or otherwise I'm not going to be able to keep track of stuff. You cannot help with a sleight of hand check, because it's up to him to be careful. Tenebris, you can't stop him from doing it. He's already done it.
Not on me. Not stop him. Not let him do. Just like I can't
It's-
deny it.
As you can't
Nice.
deny it. It's the caster's choice. So Cain, you
Wait,
cast
question.
pass it. Yeah.
Isn't it a willing creature? If Tenebris is not willing to have a spell cast on him,
Yeah.
that is a
If
buff.
that's the wording of the
it's
spell.
It's a 10-foot radius.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So Cain, you cast your spell, pass without trace, and it doesn't seem like anything happens. Like the spell goes off, but you don't feel anything weird. There's no guards start yelling at you. Seems okay.
Okay, everyone has a
Cain.
+10 in their stealth checks now.
I'm just gonna be like, Cain, no
Nice.
peaches. Remember?
No peaches. There's no guards.
Doesn't matter. There might be wards. Don't know.
There might be what?
Wards. Spell wards,
Wards.
around
Oh,
here.
wards.
I feel extra stealthy, so thanks, Cain.
I mean,
Alright.
because now
Yeah,
I
you're
have a
welcome,
+19.
Tenebris is stepping outside
He's
at
just
the
like creeping
ask
along.
about Trace.
As you guys
What do we see?
go to follow the trail, I'm gonna cut back to the other house. So we'll start with Vine.
leave from the vine. All right, so
Walling so slow.
I'd like to. I'm still, So I've seen that the glass is broken in. I have an idea. It's too bad I can't talk because I have a pretty good idea of what just happened here.
You can try with
Darn.
the words you have learned.
True. With the words I've learned. Okay. Is it possible for me to look at the size of the wound on the body?
Which body?
The one that's dead in front of the window.
You currently do not see a wound on the body.
So would I have to investigate it to check for that, or
You'd have to make a medicine check.
medicine check? All right.
Or
I will-
ask someone else to make a medicine check. It's either way.
Is there anyone nearby who I can ask? I think everybody left. right?
Oik's in the same room as you.
I will try to get her to do it then. I will motion to her and wave at the body.
What do you want with the body? What?
I'll say we'll say, look, dead.
Yes, the body is dead, Vine. The body is very dead.
How dead? Look how dead.
Look how dead. Do you want me to show you how it died? Is that what you're asking?
Vine's gonna nod.
All right, come here then.
Vine, you can add an awareness point for
I love that.
Yay!
Well done.
Yeah.
I like to think that Urban Knight has like a list of everything Vine has said, and you just like look through the list. It's like, okay, what words can I use here?
Alright, Oik, are you making a medicine check?
Am I making a medicine check? Are we talking about the body I've already looked at?
No, you looked at the councilwoman.
Oh,
There's
I
two bodies
apologize.
you haven't looked at.
I apologize. My answer was based off the body that I thought I'd already looked at. But that's fine. Right. Would you like to look at it with me, Vine?
Vine will say, look at with you. Yes.
Right. Can Vine help me look at it or no?
You have proficiency in medicine, Vine?
I'm really sure I don't. Let me see.
Right.
Medicine is not his thing. Nature is his thing.
No.
Alright,
That
Oik,
doesn't
you're on your
help
own.
me.
Nature,
All right. Don't
nature, I'm
Vine.
afraid.
Don't touch the body. All right. Just stay. Just don't. Just look. Don't touch. Right.
All right.
Oh well, that's very good.
Alright.
Hmm.
So, you start investigating the back of the body first, since he's face down, and you don't
Yeah.
see any obvious wounds on his back. You do
Okay.
see a small puddle of blood under his neck.
Okay.
With your mortician's feature, you realize he died pretty much within the same window as the council,
Okay.
as the councilwoman. And
Yeah.
as you go to flip the body over to look at where you think the wound is, one of the guards stops you, and he says, "Do you really need to disturb it?"
Do you think I'd be disturbing it if I didn't need to disturb it?
Just put it back the way it was, okay?
Well, obviously.
Oh my god, the sass.
Wow.
Meddling guard.
And the sauce.
Sir, I am a licensed mortician and you are a guardsman meddling. I don't say it, it's again in Ike's head. Don't worry about it.
As you begin to flip the guard over, you see a hole punctured in the front of his
Ew.
neck. And the hole, it doesn't look like it was a dagger. It was some kind of circular object.
Ew.
That not quite as big as an arrow, but smaller than an arrow would be.
Smaller than an arrow. So like this big?
Potato?
Like this big?
The hole is about that big, yes.
Sounds like the guy was shot with some sort of bullet. I mean, I know this is.
Neighbors, you're not
You're
here!
metagaming.
Neighbors, you're not in the room!
That's the magic.
So
I'm just making comment. I wasn't trying to metagame or anything.
there's a small hole in the front of his neck. There's no object in the hole. Like there's no projectile or anything in it. And the blood around the hole is coagulated in the same way the councilwoman was.
Was there poison?
You don't really see any of the same, like not in the same way you did on her garments, but there is a little bit of a brown tinge on the skin surrounding the wound.
So there is poison.
With your mortician's feature, it
Thank
does
you.
not seem like the dart or object, arrow, whatever it was that hit him is what killed him. It seems like it was some kind of poison or toxin.
So there is poison, and it was a dart. Wonderful.
Vine motions to you.
Mhm.
Since he saw the hole, he's gonna stand in front of the window, point at the body, and then point at the balcony.
Fine, I am not throwing the darn body out the window.
Vine is gonna point at the body and say, "Death, far," and he's gonna point out the window at the balcony.
The body was killed far away and brought back here.
Vine's gonna go.
Oh, Awakened Vine.
You want to try one more time?
It's gonna say, died far. He's gonna like pull, make this pulling motion through, and he's gonna go.
Oh! Someone killed the body from far away! Oh! Fine, that's a very good idea. I hadn't even thought about that. So you think someone was outside and that they killed the body through the window?
Death from far.
Death from far, Vine, well done. And I'm gonna smack him on the back. Like likes to smack people on the back.
Alright, Aaron, what are you up to in the bedroom?
Well, I'd like to see if anything seems to be out of sorts, disarray. Is there anything scattered across the room? Does it look like anything was searched for and taken?
Make an investigation check.
Let's make an investigation. Oh no, that was only an 8. I'm guessing the room is a little dark.
Dang. Oh, dang. That's only an 8.
You're looking through the room. It doesn't seem particularly out of sorts to you. You don't really notice a whole lot, except that the rug is slightly shifted. It's not perfectly even as everything else in the room is.
Well, that's bothering my OCD a little bit, and I go to try to like move. I can't really move the rug, but can I? Does that get Aaron curious enough to examine the rug closer?
Sure.
Okay, Aaron wants to bend over and examine the rug closer. Maybe lift up the edge flap.
So you lift up the edge flap of the rug. You see a small compartment underneath the center of the rug with a keyhole in it.
Aaron, Would like to take out, like, look behind him, see if there's any guards watching him. Are there any guards watching me?
Absolutely.
Okay. It's like, did you know this was here?
No, I didn't know that was there.
I'm thinking of something. I don't think that this attack on this council member was of any coincidence. I'm not entirely sure they were after the council member themselves. Do you mind if I see if I can open this?
All right, fine, but make it quick and don't take anything.
I won't. You have my word.
These
Is
poor
it locked?
Yeah.
You have thieves tools, right? So you can make a.
I do have thieves tools, but I want to check if it's locked first, because there's no point in
Sure.
using the thieves tools. Okay.
It is locked as you pull on it.
Aaron Van Berry then. Well, I guess I have to do this a little bit of a tricky way, and he grabs from his pockets his little thieves tools, which he's modified, and he points them towards the lock. And I'm allowed to do this, right? I can use these as controllers.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. He takes his thieves tools, and they start to kind of hum with a little bit of energy, and a couple beetles pop off of his knuckle compartment gauntlets, and they run towards the lock, and they start tweaking around and poking and prodding, and Aaron is just kind of like controlling these little guys at
You can
the lock.
make a dex check with your proficiency modifier, so you can add dex +3.
Dex +3. Okay.
Yep. Or just
I
sleight of
guess-
hand to make it easy.
Okay. Ooh, that is a 15.
Okay. So with your controlling, the guard's looking at you very like, what the heck? Not really sure what's
Aaron's
going
just
on.
raising his eyebrows like,
Doesn't really look like magic to him, but he also doesn't really understand. And the lock pops open.
Nice.
Nice,
Cool.
very well done.
I'm opening this thing. It's like, let's see what you are hiding. I want to see if there's anything in here.
Yeah. As you pull it open, you see a bunch of letters in a small like lockbox-like compartment.
Do you mind if I look at these?
If they'll help the investigation.
All right. I take out some of these letters and I look at the first one, I suppose, and pull it open.
Sure. So the letters are all from the same person. They're the same. They're all addressed to the Councilwoman, and you see that they're from Minister Needlehorn. Is what it says. Who they're addressed from, and they're all the envelopes are open. So as you kind of take a look at the letters, you see that they're discussing potential research about a god named Odmus, related to strange ongoing activities in the area of the city. As you look through the letters, there's correspondence back and forth with the minister suggesting the councilwoman look at different types of books, with the final letter suggesting that she get a copy of a rare journal from Candlekeep to learn more about this strange god.
Okay, and that's what I get just from skimming through them quickly.
And you also see the minister, so Minister Needlehorn. It's addressed from the Sanctum of Seclusion in the Eastern Ward of Crimson Wall.
Aaron takes out. I guess I don't really have a notepad.
You can have a notepad. That's fine. I'm not super worried about that being
takes
an
out
item
a
in your
small
inventory.
notepad. Aaron takes out a small notepad and he grabs his Steve. Nah, I can't have that as an illustration tool as well. Can I just pick up a pencil off the edge of the desk and write down?
You're not near the desk right now, but you can go to the desk.
I'm gonna go and see if I can find a pencil at the desk and write down the name of the guy, the place that he's from, so that I have that memory.
Yeah.
And basically the gist of what they were discussing.
You can, as you're looking at the desk, you can also roll an investigation check on the desk itself.
Ooh, you want me to find something on this desk? That was only a 9 because I'm distracted and looking for a pencil.
You see an open envelope on the desk, but no letter.
Okay. Do I find a pencil?
You find a pencil. That's fine.
Cool. That's all I'm
and
looking for.
With that, we'll cut to the party exploring the other house with Pass Without Trace.
Could you message me the stuff that I wrote down, if that's okay, so I can write it down?
Sure. So yeah, you guys are in the other house.
Yeah, I'm at the head of the party, just following the footprints in the dust.
Okay. Sorry, one sec. So as you guys follow these footsteps, it's like a single track. The footsteps didn't veer off this course to go anywhere else. It looks like they came up a similar spiral staircase from the other house, straight out onto the balcony. Do you follow the footsteps down? Like the
Yeah.
steps in the dust?
Yeah.
I follow outside the radius of the spell.
What's the radius? 10 feet, Cain?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You wouldn't really know what the radius of the spell is, so you're just staying as far away from him as possible?
I'd probably be at the back of the party.
Sure. As you guys begin to make your way down the spiral staircase, you see the footprints pick up in the dust again. And they curve through a hallway and then straight back to a window at the back of the house that is slightly ajar. Outwards.
I would like to go there and investigate to see if there's anything outside the window that I can.
Sure. So you exit through the window.
Yeah.
So you push the window open. You step out, and you're in the backyard of the house. You don't see any other trail now that the dust isn't on the floor,
Mhm.
but it seems like whoever entered the house entered from here.
What is beyond the backyard? Is it just forest or what's there?
It's like a fenced-in backyard, similar to a subdivision we would have, and
Okay.
there's other houses around, and a small trail that kind of leads out and looks like it heads towards a side street.
Okay.
Hmm.
The side street presumably goes to the to a main road.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
it seems.
Weird.
This seems like a dead end, but why don't we go to the side street and stop there once it gets too busy?
Sounds like a good idea. We
Okay.
should inform the other person that killed people.
On the way, can we say that I asked these guys what happened in the other half, what house, what they found, and then you guys filled me in?
Were you there?
The rest of
Yeah.
I
you're.
was on the roof the whole time in the other house.
Oh.
Oh, sure.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Cool.
So you guys make your way kind of out to the side street, and there's other houses around, and you see some other people kind of lingering on the streets, chit-chatting. It's about 7 a.m. at this point. There seems to be some people out, maybe getting ready to head to work.
Wait a second. So it took us an hour to cross town, which means we were up at least 5.
Oh, sorry. It took you half an hour to cross town, so it's 7:30 right now.
Okay.
I was gonna say we're early risers. We're on point.
Yeah,
Miss
it's about 7:30 a.m.
Miss
So
Ben
there's some
Stevens
people.
getting us all.
I think
On the street.
that I think the people could have came from anywhere at this point.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any clues
Oh.
inside the house as to like who lives there, you know?
No one lives in this house, apparently. Because Cain told us. Did Cain tell us?
It was
Yeah,
Tenebris
Tenebris
from
Rent
Asgard.
house. It would have been.
Okay.
I asked.
Hmm.
Or did you ask?
Too.
Then,
Oh,
then
sorry.
who owns the
Yeah.
house? Who owns the
Um,
property?
the guard said no one. They could have just found this convenient house to jump or whatever they did to get through to the councilwoman's house.
Mhm.
I'd
can
like
I
to
look
look around on the ground and see if there's anything. Sorry, Cain, you finish.
Yeah, I just want to look around and see if there's
Mhm.
I don't know sewers or like back
Yeah,
doors
like
to
any-
like I don't know.
Any materials dropped possibly by like someone?
Yeah. Like
Sure.
feathers, a flow
Make
of
an
blood.
investigation check. Do you see anything?
Keen, are you
You
doing
can
it?
do that.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, and I'll help you.
I have terrible investigation. No, Cain.
He needs the help.
There.
Oh god.
Jesus, that's
funny.
bad.
What?
There
Wow.
isn't anything around that
Nothing.
looks suspicious. You don't see any
Okay.
trails. You see this side street just connects up to a main road, and
Okay.
there's some people milling about, chit-chatting. Other than that, nothing strikes your eye.
I shrug and say, I think we should go back to the party. I
Yeah.
gotta get going and do some alchemy anyways and find out if there's poison, what kind of poison there is in here.
Mm-hmm.
And
Tempest,
like I'll see
yeah.
if I can, if the party will go back with me or Thwish
Sure.
and Nova. Okay.
Tenebris, what are you doing?
Tempest would
I'll
like
go
to say to
back.
them, don't forget, Miss Claw said that we should check in with see if there's a Thieves Guild that has anything to do with this, at least the rumors of one.
Yeah.
And this seems awfully thievy to me.
Yeah,
It
let's
could be
check out the
anyone
Pioneer's
who's
Ward.
very stealthy. You don't know.
Yeah, but that's a good place to start.
Mhm.
Okay. So you guys make your way back to the house. Uaighe and Vine.
Okay.
Vine's being very intelligent right now. Vine, if you think this attack came from afar, do you want to go and have an investigation and see if we can find any evidence of who might have done this?
So basically, and this is just me talking because obviously Vine can't.
Whoa, no, Vine's learned so many new words. That's wild.
It's like struggle bus.
Struggle bus.
That's too funny.
But I think Vine is still a little. All right, no, Vine is going to. Where's the? Do we know where the direction of the Thieves Guild is?
You guys don't even know if a Thieves Guild really exists. The Miss Claus suggested that there is a.
That's not true.
Uaighe, you can chime in a sec in
Right.
character, but
Right.
she suggested that there is a rumored Thieves Guild. She said where there is murder, a Thieves Guild tends to follow. And none of you really are familiar with any sort of guild headquarters. You just know that someone suggested the Pioneers Ward is a tricky place, and Thwish also said she had some experience in that district. But as a party, you don't know much about them. Individually, some of you might.
So, it's difficult because I have to gauge the level of maturity that Divine is.
I know.
Yeah.
So I asked you, Vine, I asked if you do you want to go to the other building, right? So the dead body and the
So Vine
we go.
Vine is gonna put his hands on your hands and be like, yes. He's gonna,
All right, fine.
It's like, don't hurt yourself.
There needs to be a meme right there, or GIF or GIF or something.
I know.
It's so funny.
It's just me as a person. Just my automatic reaction is like act with my body.
Yeah.
But like also it's super Uaighe too, so it works.
So what are you two doing?
Vine wants
I think
to go,
we're gonna go.
Yeah, the direction of where this
Sure.
bolt of some kind traveled from.
Yeah.
So you make your way back down the stairs?
Yes.
You make your way back down the stairs. Aaron, you see them leaving. Are you following or are you staying up here?
I don't think Aaron sees them leaving because he's writing notes down.
Alright, and that's fine. So you guys walk down the stairs. You end up back. You see, as you're exiting, you see the kitchen on the right-hand side, that table, the fireplace, and the cabinet, and then the main door. Is there anything else you want to look at before you leave?
No. Vine is very
don't need
interested
to.
in going the direction where the bolt came from.
Okay. You guys leave the house, and you make your way across. And as you start to make your way across the other building, you see the rest of the party making their way back.
Oh, okay.
He is like walking out of the locked door, the front door.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Can we just relay the information of,
Yeah.
Hey, it's a dead end. No clues there.
Perfect.
We
Didn't
checked
find
it out,
anything.
but
Yeah.
Vine seems oddly persistent, and he wants to check the direction where the bolt came from.
Yeah. Wait, everyone, this is very important. Okay, Vine, tell everyone what you
smoke.
told me.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Vine, this is really good practice for you. Okay, everyone, listen to Vine.
Vine's gonna go. He's gonna point at the house. He's gonna go, death from far, and he's gonna point up at the balcony.
Fine. You can talk. Amazing.
Has anyone seen the movie Charlotte's Web? Right now,
Yeah.
Wilbur's going through my mind. I can talk, I can talk. Vine has to have a scene like that where
Fine,
you're just
that's
seeing all these people.
amazing. And I do think that they might have been killed from afar, but all 3 of them couldn't have been killed from afar. And we only found one set of tracks. So that person could have been killed from afar. Then I think they went through the window themselves to kill the other 2.
Mm.
Very possible.
Get that vine.
I'd like to check the Pioneer's Ward. It could be.
I was on the. Oh, sorry. You're not
Opposite
talking to me. You're
side.
talking to the party. Go ahead.
Yeah. Tenebris says, suggests the party. I suggest we look in the Pioneer's Ward. There is rumors of a Thieves Guild down there. And it seems like an assassin did this, obviously. But nonetheless, I'd like to start with the Thieves Guild.
Tenebris,
Like
come
I
with me
said,
first.
It could have been
Sorry.
anyone. And the Thieves Guild is a rumor.
Vine is still very persistent. Like, he's thinking very. I feel like from his background of being, of his his predator nature of tracking things, he thinks in a very point by point nature to catch things. So he's following if the blood went upstairs, right, and the bolt killed the creature, whoever it was, through the window, but Vine couldn't find any evidence to suggest that however the bolts entered were the primary reason why everyone died. Then he wants to see if whoever it was who killed the person from a distance got away a different way, left
The blood.
different.
So the blood trail. You don't know if it came
Mhm.
down the stairs or went up the stairs. You just know that that's the path it followed.
Don't take another one of Aaron's breakthroughs, please.
I'll jump on it then, bro.
I
Vine
go
is-
after Vine.
Vine is but Vine he still wants to investigate this house. He wants to see. So he's walking through to where you guys came from.
Yeah, Oik's gonna go with him as well.
Tenebris are going with him. I feel as if Tenebris is kind of picking up on that whole. Okay, there's
Tenebris,
something here with this guy.
Come with me, Tenebris. Come with me. I need your help for
Sorry.
a second.
Who's going where right
Oh,
now? Because you were all
okay.
grouped out front except Aaron, who's still in the building.
I'm going where they came from.
You're
I'm
going to the
staying
building where
put.
they came from.
Yes.
Thwish is staying put. Oik, are you going with
Fine.
Vine? Okay, Aaron, I can see you're dying over there, so.
Dying. First off, Aaron walks out of the bedroom. Where'd everybody go? But he doesn't say that because he has a passive perception and investigation of over 20. So I assume I kind of saw everyone leave.
Yeah.
I realized anyway. Aaron would like to take, seeing that the room doesn't seem to be in a massive disarray and the area that he found was locked up. He comes to the conclusion that nothing was taken from the room, but he still doesn't believe that people broke in through a window, killed people, and just ran. He feels like there's, again, something bigger going on. He wants to try and find a potential trail to see if he can see work.
Like in the house?
In the house. He's going to look around.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Oh, yeah, baby. That is a 19.
Okay. There's nothing in the bedroom that looks like a trail to you.
Oh, I've left the bedroom.
You catch a few drops of blood across that desk you're at.
Mhm.
And speckles of blood kind of throughout that whole upstairs building, near the councilwoman, near the guard facing the window, near the desk, and near the body. The body of the guard who has the blood pooling under his underarm. The speckles of blood, it's almost look like they had maybe gotten on somebody's clothing and kind of had dripped off as they were moving around. Go down the stairs to that alcohol cabinet. With your investigation check, you also notice a few very tiny specks of blood in front of the fireplace. And then just a tad bit on the rug and out the front door.
Okay.
But the trail gets fainter and fainter and fainter the farther down it goes. So after it goes out the front door,
Before-
he kind of leaves it.
Before Aaron heads to the front door, he wants to examine the fireplace because that seems like an absurd stop.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
For the
Don't
fireplace.
see what it is. That's a 15.
So as you look through, you see some burnt coals in the fireplace. You find the crumpled up remains of a letter in the fireplace. It's not readable. The paper is like burned, but you also remember the empty envelope you saw on the desk upstairs. And there's this burned letter. Also in the fireplace, you find the remains of a small dart that looks like it might have been shot. You don't know what from what, but a small dart.
I don't know from what because I didn't examine the body. So Aaron, seeing the guard behind him, it's just like Aaron starts explaining all of his thoughts. So here's what I think happened. It's like insert dramatic music as he
Are you
explains
to the party or
to the guard that's standing right there.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a guard standing right there. It's like,
Uh-huh.
so this is what I think happened. The intruder broke in through the window, killing several of the people. They're here for something. They, unfortunately, slay everyone in the room. However, I think this person was alone. They were injured during the fight, which is what this trail is that we've followed. They go into the bedroom to try and find something, which I believe was a letter or confirmation of some sort, judging by the empty envelope on the desk and the remains here in the fireplace. Stopping in the kitchen, I don't know what exactly they wanted.
They didn't stop in the kitchen.
They didn't stop in. Never mind. They didn't stop in the kitchen. Sorry, the cabinet with the alcohol.
Yeah, there's the missing
Aaron
bottle,
said
but
and the missing bottle. It's like they may have wanted that bottle to help ease the pain. I have no idea. What's the important thing here is though there are what appears to be a dart. Evidence of the murder. You said 3 other people have been through here?
he goes, yeah, a couple other mercenary groups came through to look at some of the things in the house. They're trying to find the killers too.
And they didn't see this.
I wasn't here, but I guess not.
That makes me wonder if the other mercenary guilds were here to cover up evidence of the situation. Aaron reaches into the fire pit and grabs the dart.
Sure.
I was wondering that too.
He also looks at the broken letter. We're never going to find out what that is, but now that I know potentially where that letter may have came from, which means I need to talk to the rest of the party and show them this dart. But wait, and thoughts are going through Aaron's head. He looks at the guard. It's like, were you given a report? Do you know exactly which other guilds or mercenaries were sent through here? Do you know where they came from?
They were just adventurers. There was a group from the West Shore Adventuring Guild, and there was a group from Hargan's Imports.
The West Shore Adventure Guilds. They're missing some supplies. Aaron's now muttering out loud and pacing across back and forth across the room, explaining his thoughts to this guard, who I'm guessing is just standing there, kind of like, what?
Pretty much.
Okay. I think I'm done here. I'm gonna walk up to the rest of the party. You've been a massive help. Thank you very much. And he walks out.
You're welcome. What's the rest of the party doing as Aaron walks out?
I was with Cain.
I beckon Tenebris to come with me, and I guess Thwish is with us too.
Tenebris does. He comes.
I point. Is the councilwoman still there?
No, she left.
She left.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanna. I wanna say sorry, guys. I thought she was still here. I think we should inquire about the rumors of the Thieves Guild in her ward. I feel like she would have some information for us. She can accept or deny it. It might be something shameful to her, but I think it's something worth to ask her. Do you agree?
We can ask.
Okay.
Tenebris agrees.
Okay. I walk up to one of the guards and say, is the councilwoman back at her house, or does she have business during the day? Do you know where she went?
Well, she works in the inner ward at the government buildings, but she's generally really busy. I'd be careful bothering her. Claws can be a little abrupt.
Okay, thank you. Anyways, okay, I walk to the rest of the group and say, she's in the inner ward it's probably very hard to get a hold of someone in that high up of a bureaucratic power. I say we should go to the Pioneers Award ourselves.
Yeah.
Oik and Vine, are you guys close enough to hear any of this, or what are you guys doing?
I think
Because they're just kind of standing outside in the street, so I think you'd probably hear what they're talking about.
I was going through the. I was trying to go through the house. I don't know if we got inside yet.
The front door is locked, so.
Ew.
Oh, but we walked through it, right?
No, you walked out the window in the back, and then followed the side street up, kind of around to the main
Oh.
street.
They just walked out the back window.
It was open.
Okay.
Vine. What time of day is it? It's in the morning, right?
It's super early in the morning. Yeah,
How high up is it to reach the balcony?
it's about 12 feet.
Okay.
Fine, can you get on my shoulders and then jump?
Vine will motion for her to come so that he can try to jump up.
Alright. How tall am I? I have to remember.
You're
I don't even
very
know if
tall.
I think I am very
Rich,
tall.
can you just unlock that door for them?
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, that works.
Or
I'll
that.
throw an option.
I was watching them struggle.
Vine really wants to do this. Vine
Thwish.
really wants to do this, but we've been through
Breaking
it.
and
Alright.
entering.
Sure, I'll do that. So I'll
You
just.
can make a make a thieves skills check.
How do
Oh,
I?
yeah,
What is that?
Just roll a sleight of hand.
Oh, okay.
Do it.
22.
Nice.
You make short work of that lock, like tick 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 ching, like lock opens, the door opens, and Vine and Oink,
Nice.
you guys can go on through if you want to.
Yeah.
All right. Vine is gonna immediately. He's gonna look through. But he's trying to. Shoot. Yeah, he's gonna. What do I see when this door opens?
You see a pretty open room, no furniture at the very back, a window that's ajar with the trail of footprints in the dust leading through it, but now also the trail of the party members, your party members who followed that out the back. So it's
Vine is
kind of
gonna
obscured.
follow the party members' tracks
Out the window or follow it all the way back up the stairs.
out the window.
Okay, Oink, you going with them?
Yep.
So you guys go out the window into the backyard, and there's no trail there because there's no dust to follow. So what would you like to do?
Can I do a survival check for tracks?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Nat 1.
That's your like third nat one today.
Oh
Bro.
my god.
Uh, there's no trails.
I'd like to walk up. So does this conjoin with the main road?
Yeah.
You're in the backyard. There's some fences, small gate at the back. Outside, there's a little trail like that leads to a side road, which goes up and joins to a
I'm
main
sorry to be persnickety. Would you mind putting that on the map where this building is?
The house is across the street, but the side road is kind of like through here, and then it goes up to like the main road. I'm not actually drawing on the map. You're in this building here.
Okay.
The backyard is kind of back here, so there's a little side road here that goes up to this main road, or kind of moves through these neighborhoods out to this main road.
All right. Vine is satisfied enough with his investigation.
Do you guys rejoin the party?
We do.
Aaron, are you also rejoining the party?
I'm rejoining the party.
All right.
I'm actually walking up to Cain.
Sure.
Actually, I feel like I should just address the entire party.
If you're saying the same thing you said to the guard, then we'll just say you relay
Mm.
the information.
I don't relay everything.
Okay, what don't you relay?
I don't relay. I actually don't relay anything to them at this point because I noticed the guards back at the place. And Aaron, processing a lot of the thoughts that are going through his head, realizes he may have just made a big mistake. And he walks up to the party. He's like, I feel like we should get out of here rather soon.
Why is that?
Well, from things that I've discovered, and I showed them the dart, and like, does anyone know what this is? This is a dart. And I know this because I have proficiency with martial weapons, so I know how to use them, and in that case, I have to know about the weapon in order to.
It's fired from a crossbow. This type of
It
dart.
is. This
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
It's a small dart that would be fired from a handheld crossbow.
I do have proficiency
Interesting.
with simple weapons. That is a simple weapon.
Nice.
I relay that then to the party. It's like,
Aaron, can I see that? I'm investigating a poison that the councilwoman has on her body. The dart might have the poison on
Absolutely.
it. Do you mind?
I don't mind at all.
Fine.
Here, take it.
Awesome.
Good plan.
So
Can
this
I
is
help
what I.
him with the investigation check?
I'll have to use my alchemist supplies.
Oh,
to
never
do
mind
this.
then. Never mind.
Later.
Sorry, yeah,
All good.
I have to do it over fire, and yeah, it's a whole setup. Of course, I can't do it
If
here
you
on the
have
street.
to do it over fire, you can come back to the forge with me. I can get you in to potentially work at my station. We'll talk about that later.
Just a normal campfire. I don't need
Okay,
a forge.
never
Don't
mind.
worry.
Okay, team. So, if I could interject, I think that maybe it's time for all of us to go explore the Thieves Guild. We've all heard plenty about it, and it seems like it's all the evidence is pointing in that direction. What do you think?
well, I can say that I know someone who's part of a thieves guild. He's looking for a weapon for me.
Do you?
Oh, what's
do.
his name?
Fames.
Way to bury the lead, Oik. Ben.
Ben. My name's Ben.
Fames, like Prometheus Fames?
Ben.
Like Fames something or other. Oh, you
His
didn't get
last
his
name was
last name.
Buck.
But
I heard
yeah,
he's a
Fames
famous
Buck.
musician.
Wait,
Yeah.
did Fames just tell you part of the Thieves Guild?
Yes, and he showed me his tattoo.
That is quite odd. And why did he do that?
Well, I think he was threatening me.
Why was he
With the
threatening
tattoo?
you?
Well, it's a bit of a long story, but to cut it short, I wanted a better deal on my weapon, and he tried to threaten me, and so I threatened him back, and we came to a lovely understanding, and now he's finding me a reasonably priced weapon.
That is a very nice story, Ben Stevens, but I have something very important I need to tell you.
Yeah.
I don't think that we should go and investigate with Lady Claus. I feel like we are probably needed elsewhere. I also feel like we may be in over our heads, for I feel like potentially, and I say in a hushed tone, that one of the other higher ups potentially had this lady killed.
That is quite possible, given the fact that her and Mrs. Claus were investigating something together to help better the Pioneers'
Ward.
Better the life of the Pioneers Ward, yes. But what you guys don't know, and I showed them the
Pioneers.
note. I showed them the notes of Needlehorn, the Minister Needlehorn.
Did you take the notes?
I did. No, I wrote the things down. They're important stuff.
Okay. I was gonna say you didn't take the letters though, right?
I left the letters there. I locked them back up. So, Minister Needlehorn of the Sanctum of Seclusion, the East Ward. He was in contact with this lady mistress, whose name I cannot remember because I didn't write that down.
Pause.
The discussion topic was of that chaos god, the third one,
Oddness.
They were discussing potential uses for his power.
And there were books inside.
Sorry, I'm gonna clarify there, Aaron. The letters were about researching the god, not discussing uses for his powers.
Right.
And there was mention of kind of delinquents in the city related to something related to that god, and they were trying to research who he was.
Tenebris.
Sorry, I'm just gonna say I'll let you guys finish up just the last little bit of this convo, but then we're at 11:02, so we'll call the session.
Okay.
Just finish up that little
Very
bit
good,
of
sir,
convo.
very good.
Tenebris would like to say to Aaron, the fact that they're talking about this just clarifies a point for me. This means that the cultists knew that they are looking into them and bumped them off. This is not a deterrent for me. This just means we need to look even more so into this matter. Higher up or not, no one gets higher than the gods that told us to find this thing, and I intend to find it.
Alright, Tenebris, I have a question for you, and it has been burning inside me, and I need to ask.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
No, it's apprehensive. This is a very different question, alright?
Oh.
How do you know so much about these cultists? We've never discussed this with you before. In fact, we only met you a day and a half ago. Or 2 days, maybe. But how do you know so much about these cultists?
I was there in the battle. I saw the symbols getting carved on the heads of the dead.
Right.
He was a
But
bear, remember?
we met you that day. So how from before do you know all about the cultists?
What are you
Because we've only known you for 2 days.
Oh, are you really suggesting that I have anything to do with this?
But I'm saying we don't know you, sir.
Vine will interject poison, death from afar. And he'll point again.
Well,
If I arrived with you in this town today, the same day, or at least this day, and they were killed the day before we were anywhere near the city, how would I have anything to do with this murder?
When
The answer to that is
while
you
we all
wouldn't
had
live.
downtime.
2 days ago, wasn't it? At 2 or 3 a.m.
It was
one
before you guys were in the city.
before we were okay.
It was the night before, before you guys arrived.
Oh, good point then.
And I think on that note, we'll cut it off there.